And now, welcome to the stage, the number one on the field and number one in our hearts. Please help me welcome the queen of hip-hop and mistress of darkness herself, Abby Yeager!
That wasn't on. Fun fact. That was so awesome. Give a round of hand for yourself. Come on, give it up. Okay, come on, calm down. You just showed up. I'm the one actually doing this. Okay, so tonight's theme is camping, right? Everybody paid attention. You all saw the flyers. Good job. I wanted to tell you a camping story, but then I thought to myself, I don't really remember any camping stories. I thought, why is that? I used to be such an outdoorsy kid. Like, I would go out in the morning and I would not come back in until it was dark. And then I remembered Turner Falls. The reason why I never went camping again. I don't know if you know Turner Falls. It's a small natural state park in Oklahoma. Wow, that's really your claim to fame. Sorry, Oklahoma. It is this super crappy natural water park. It's literally just a hole with some water in it, some rocks, and a gigantic slide at the top of a hill that you go down and it stops right at the end of the cliff and you just go, woo, into the water. It's dangerous. And I was 11 when I went. So I went to Turner Falls with my friend, her older sister, 3 of her sister's friends, and their father. A lot of people. I didn't know anybody but my friend. We tried to pack all of these people into one minivan. You may be thinking, it's a minivan, what's the problem? We also needed camping supplies for all of those people, as well as the people. We could not fit everything in there, so we're about to go, we're trying to leave, and we're just throwing shit out of the van, and we don't know what it is. This will be important later. We finally drive the 3 hours to Oklahoma. We get to this water park, and I realized something. Now, I don't know if this has ever happened to anybody else, but when you go out with a friend's family that you are not a part of, you kind of get forgotten. Like, that father was just trying to make sure that his daughters survived the day. I was an afterthought. So I didn't get lost or anything. Obviously, I'm here and not in the Oklahoman wilderness. But nobody was there to make sure that I wore sunscreen. And I was 11, and I was like, it smells bad. I'm not gonna wear it, and I didn't. For an entire, 12-hour day in the sun. That was a mistake. I don't know, okay, listen up. I am pale, as you can see as I'm radiating in this light. I don't know if anybody else is as pale as I am, but you had a sunburn in your childhood that formed you into who you are today. Mine was Turner Falls. And then again at Lake Texoma because I am a slow learner. This sunburn was so intense that I got out of the water for the first time that day to eat lunch, and I went, that hurts. Maybe I should put on sunscreen. Nah, it smells bad, I'm not gonna do that. So I clearly am already experiencing great pain. But that wasn't the worst thing to happen that day. We get out of this crappy water park, and we head to our campsite. It's just a pot of dirt. It's just dirt. It was Oklahoma, it was just dirt. And we think, okay, none of us know how to set up any camping equipment except the father. And he had his own little tent. It wasn't weird, he had his own tent. And we had a great, gigantic family tent for all of the youngins. And we thought, he's gonna set up his tent, and then he's gonna help us set up our tent. So he's over there, we're all huddling in a corner. And he sets up his tent, and we go, great, now he's gonna help us with ours. Then the skies opened up, and God took his giant fire hose and he went, yeah! And he just got us so good. It was a torrential downpour. And this is Oklahoma. They don't get rain very much. I looked it up later. That was the most rain they've seen in 3 years. So he has his tent set up. Ours is in a bag. We're under a tree, scared, and I'm very in pain. And he walks over, he looks at the bag, he goes, bye. and he got in his tent and he went to bed. And we were like, okay, get to work. I couldn't help, I couldn't lift my arms above this. And I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, some things are missing. This tent is not complete. Turns out, it's later, by the way, things are important now. While we were shoving everything out of the minivan, one of the things we shoved out was like the hat, the raincoat of the tent. The thing that made it so that the water didn't do what it was about to do. We finally threw together this lean-to. It was unsound. And we all climbed inside, and then somebody goes, "Is the roof supposed to be getting closer?" No, it wasn't. We realized that a giant pool of water was forming on the roof, and it was just encroaching. So here's what we did. Our genius, also, my friend and I, we were 11. Her older sister and all her friends were 16, 17, 18. So they decided, we're going to put it to a vote on who has to go outside and get the water out of this jacuzzi it has made. They voted for my friend, the 11-year-old, to do it. They all could have done it. They easily could have done it, but they sent her out in the worst storm in Oklahoma history for 3 years. And she didn't really understand how water or gravity or physics worked because she was 11. And so she looks up at the pool and she goes, "I think I can pull it down." Okay. So she reaches up and she just yanks. She, however, did not think to not be directly underneath the pool when it unleashed onto her. I have seen people jump in swimming pools and be less wet than she was. And I had never been more happy to be forgotten in my entire life, because no one thought to vote for Abby. That night changed me as a human being. Obviously, you can tell I'm not an outdoorsy person anymore. But finally, we survived the night somehow. We did not sleep, because that's perfect murder weather. And we all packed into the car. We did not pack the tent properly. We just kind of shoved it in there. We got in the car. We're driving 3 hours back. I am still the human embodiment of heat, because I am so sunburned. I'm already starting to blister. It's literally been 6 hours. And we're finally back home. Let me just recap first real fast. Number 1, I got a sunburn so bad I turned into the Kool-Aid Man. Number 2, it rained so hard we were convinced that Noah's Ark was going to come barreling through our campsite. Number 3, fun fact, I vomited somewhere and I cannot remember where. It haunts me to this day. But we're home. We are back in Texas, thank God. And my mom comes and picks me up at my friend's house, and I get in the car and I unleash on her. I give her basically exactly the same rant I just gave you guys. And she goes, "I'm so sorry. I'll never make you go outside again." And I went, "Thank you, Mom." And then I realized something. We weren't going home. I went, "Mom, I just told you I've had this terrible weekend. Can we please go home?" She went, No. Sorry. We're going to the hospital. Your dad's in the hospital. His gallbladder exploded. And that's why I never went camping again. Thank you so much. Now welcome, LaughTrackField!
Hello, everybody. Welcome to LaughTrackField. Give Abby a hand. Yeah. All right. Thank you all for coming out tonight. Now, if you have never been to a LaughTrackField show before, raise your hand. All right. That's not too bad. But who has been here before? That's what I like to see and hear. All right, so LaughTrackField, what we are an improvised comedy troupe. That means we get suggestions from you, and we take them and we make scenes about them. So we're making it up as we go along. What you're going to see has never been performed before, and it will never be performed again. Before we start, real quick, we had an Instagram giveaway, I believe. Oh! Can I get a drum roll for the winner? Come up to the stage if you are Olivia Allen. Yeah! All right.
Damon, what did she win?
she won a Boulder Coffee gift card. Now, here's something that no one who has been to this show before or hasn't has seen, and that's our new members. I'm going to introduce them to you one by one, including their preferred nicknames. So, onto the stage. Can I get Maddie Mad Cat Cates?
Yeah! Let's go there!
All right, can I get Wyatt Slimy Hikus?
Yeah!
Anna Grace Killing It Kelly. Awesome. So the two in front are going to be doing a scene for you, and that's going to change when I say switch right and I clap my hands. Now these two will be doing the scene. So here's where you guys come in. Can I get a suggestion for a common household appliance? Okay, I heard toaster. Switch right. Can I get a suggestion for a family member, a type of family member?
Grandma! Sister!
It's grandma! Switch right. Can I get a suggestion for a problem you may have? What was that? Appendicitis. Switch right. Can I get a suggestion for something you might find buried in your backyard? What was that? Come on. Okay, over here. Someone said something.
A skunk? A skunk?
Okay, anyone else? I heard doubloons. Switch right. What did you guys have?
Toaster.
Switch right.
Grandma.
Yeah. Switch right.
Appendicitis.
And switch right.
Doubloons.
Switch right. Take it away, toaster.
Okay, we only have one Pop-Tart left, and that's it. Other than that, we have no food in the house. Are you putting it in the toaster? That's literally the worst way you could possibly eat it.
You don't like your Pop-Tarts toasted?
No, because I'm normal.
I watch those commercials and they pop into the toaster and then they die. You know what? You're right. It's not a good choice.
Switch right.
Grandma, are you okay?
I ate my back.
Did you throw it out again? This would be like the 6th time.
I was just in the club last night, busting it. It just exploded.
What am I gonna tell Grandpa?
Don't tell him I lost my dentures or broke my back. Please?
Grandma, what have you been up to?
You know what grandmas do on Saturday night?
I don't want to know any more than that.
Come sometime, have some fun, break your back.
Switch right.
Honestly, I don't want to touch what's going on right now. I think I need to go to the hospital.
Okay. Well, I can't drive.
Switch right.
Gold.
Charlie, what did you find?
Gold. My gold.
It's not chocolate gold.
Oh, come on. This happens every time.
What are we going to tell Mom and Dad this time?
You don't think they put the chocolate gold in here, do you? Here I am digging for real pirate's gold, and Mom and Dad always have to put the chocolate. It's good chocolate, though.
Switch right.
I swear to God, if that is the last freaking Pop-Tart and it's been toasted, I'm gonna freaking lose it.
No, I got you now. Like, I'm on the same page. We gotta save the Pop-Tarts, actually.
It's just
Yeah.
one. It's just one.
No, there's more in the store.
Not mine.
Okay,
love.
please stop, please
Yeah,
stop,
she's
stop.
just a girl.
Horrible time.
Grandma, no, knife. Yummy. Alrighty, just, yep. Ah! Okay, so, like, I don't like blood, and I will pass out.
Teresa!
Shit! Okay, yep.
Just fix it!
It's cool. Yep, you
Just fix it!
Okay, 3, 2, okay. 1.
Switch right!
I think we ate too many.
Yeah, well, next time we're gonna make them bury real gold.
How are we gonna do that?
A tooth. Lost. You know the lost tooth drill? Put it under our pillow. Real gold.
Yeah. I see what you're saying. Now, you think I can just...
A little more chocolate should do it.
Okay, I like where your head's at. Here's the problem. We
gotta
don't
save
have
'em.
money. We don't have any money. We haven't had a source of income in about 5.5 years.
That happens to college students, you're right.
You know what? If we just like put them in our pants and like under our shirts, no one will notice.
Oh, yeah.
They'll just think that
That
we're
works
both
every
pregnant.
time.
They'll just think that we're both pregnant.
And that old guy at the front, he'll never know.
No, come on.
We're saving you, Pop-Tarts. We love you.
Switch right!
This full body cast is a little much, but I kind of broke everything.
That's what happens when you bust a move, Grandma.
But I guess I could do like thrill.
So how genres works is these couple of Dorcases are gonna do a scene, and they're gonna do it in several different genres. So what I need from y'all is one genre that they might do. Like what? Rom-com. Okay, can we get another genre? Western. And a third and final genre. Horror? Horror. Okay. Take it away. Western.
Occupation.
Oh, yeah, of course. We have to actually do something the scene about. Can I get an occupation that people have? Doctor. I heard about a doctor.
All right, I'm gonna need to saw this right off. You button down on this bullet.
Is it gonna hurt?
It doesn't usually.
Doc, this got to be the third or fourth bullet you pulled out of me.
Yeah.
And the last one definitely hurt.
Hey, nurse, can you grab the whiskey? Some for me, some for the
some
patient.
for me too. Yes.
Sure thing.
She a real dog.
That nurse gets me hot under the kerchief, I tell you what. That'll numb him.
That's the best modern medicine has.
Now, come on, nurse, we only have so many bottles. All right, now. Oh, yeah, this is going well.
I like the way you saw that bone,
Oh, that's
Sheriff.
quite a lot of sun. Can you tell the saloon piano man to turn it up a little bit? Because I'm going to start screaming here in a second, I tell you what.
Piano man, hit it!
She's really something.
It's me, I'm the piano man.
You know, this saloon/doctor's office wouldn't be nothing if it weren't for Sherry. All right, operation.
Doc,
Yeah?
you've been pulling bullets out of me for how many years?
Well, about 3 bullet a year.
One bullet every year. And, you know, I wanted to do something special for an anniversary. You know, the third bullet, like everyone always says, the specialist bullet there is.
Yeah, well, don't give me another horse, because that's been done.
Well, pull out the bullet and you'll see. It's right in there.
Okay.
Yep, right. Oh.
Maybe I should have washed my hands.
What would that do?
Good point, Sherry. Play some more piano.
See, that I shot that bullet in there my dang self.
I Cletus, you shouldn't have.
Oh, yeah. I'm a little sore.
Are you trying to steal my man?
Now let's do it as a rom-com.
All right, I'm the
doctor.
Hey, Doc.
Hi.
You want to pull out this splinter I got on my pinky finger?
First, I'll clean my forceps.
It's sure hard to be a single, independent nurse. The doctor will never notice me.
All right, Doc, but be very gentle.
Oh, yeah. Hey, nurse, whatever your name is, you draw the blinds.
It's Sharon.
Oh, jeez.
Ooh, that's a big one.
To see that, I guess I need to take off my nerd glasses.
Sharon, you have long hair.
I sure do, and I don't need eye correction.
Doctor, we have a history. You've been pulling splinters out of me for so long.
Yeah,
Doesn't that mean something?
I mean, it does, but your hair's short. The laughing gas. Sharon!
She should be out of commission for a while.
Everyone's favorite, horror.
Welcome to my lab.
Dr. Von Toothy?
Yes.
Are you sure you have to pull out a third one of my teeth?
Yes. First, I must attach you to my gurney.
No.
When you pull out the teeth, do they go to me, Doctor?
Oh, Igorina. Someday.
Let me play the organ for your operation.
It reminds me of the wolves from my home. I shall pick your third biggest tooth.
No, pick the one right next to that one. It's important.
Well, I might as well do something your way this once. Oh, that's a big one.
Yes! I've been growing it just for you and your experiments.
You shouldn't have.
You see, Doctor, all of this teeth pulling, I've grown quite accustomed to it.
Ja?
It's Stockholm Syndrome.
Something probably like that, yes. And I want you to...
What are you telling me?
I want to be your main supplier of teeth for your monsters from now on.
Oh, that is a commitment.
Are you stealing my master?
Some morphine!
Now we're going to play a game called ABC Scene, and it's just as simple as it sounds. I'm going to get from you a letter, and the first improviser, their sentence has to begin with that letter, and the next improviser, their sentence has to begin with the letter that follows that letter in the alphabet. So, can I get your favorite letter? Oh, I heard F! And can I get a relationship for these two people? I heard stepdads! Take it away.
Frankly, I don't think it's okay that you think that it's okay to take my children to your lake house. I said it.
Georgia? Frankly, I don't think that it's okay that you don't think it's okay that it's not okay to take your children to my lake house, which are also my children.
How dare you? I was the second husband. You were the third.
I am the third, and I probably will not be the last. So let me enjoy having children while it lasts.
Jokes, that's all you're telling me. You don't have any claim to my non-children.
Know that I do have claim to your non-children, which are my non-children.
Let's just settle this like men.
Maybe we should settle this like men.
Nose off, right now.
Oh, it's on!
Pretty ripe sniffer you got there.
Quite so. Frank, quite so.
Randall? You can have one of them. I'll take the other one. We'll just call it even. You get the stepson, I'll get the stepdaughter.
Stepson, no. Stepson equal no. I'm not okay with the stepson, I want the daughter.
Tough titty.
You know what? The stepson smells really bad. And I don't like it.
Very accurate, but you're the one that let him eat all of that asparagus.
Who are you saying let him eat all that asparagus? That was our horrible ex-wife that we have.
Xanthippe had nothing to do with it.
You know, Xanthippe is just a bitch.
Zoinks. Those are some harsh words coming from you, the third husband.
And you know what? Coming from you, the second husband, obviously things didn't work out because she would have moved on to me.
Below the belt shots are not okay.
Can you not make this dirty?
Dude, I just want to be your friend.
Every day I think about how we should be friends.
For real?
And scene! All right, ladies and gentlemen, up next we have a game called Lost Shakespeare Scene. Now, the way this game works is I have two Shakespearean players for you, and they're going to be performing a scene from one of Shakespeare's works that you've never seen before. And since Shakespeare is often hard to understand for you laymen, we have two translators off to my left and right that will be telling you exactly what these Shakespearean players are saying. What I need from you all is a suggestion for where the scene is taking place.
The grocery store.
I heard grocery store.
Take it away, grocery store players.
Hark. Yonder beans doth glisten with the light of a gleaming eye on a dead man. Yet yonder other beans doth call to me as well.
Great value or name brand?
Beans, it's all beans. What's in the name, one brand or the other? They are all beans in the end of the days.
You should really shop at Whole Foods.
For surely a difference there must be within these beans. For why else lead us in two splitting directions, one to the right and one to the left?
You gotta save money somehow.
But Thormandu, it is the nature of life to lean to the right and to the left, because to lean center is bad.
You're just cheap, bro.
Xanathor, that which you call leaning center is that which I call having support for the family which I have reared with the fruit of my loins, in the house I reared with the fruit of my arms.
You know I make minimum wage at Denny's?
And the many fruits you have reared, but your rear has many fruits, sir.
It's not my fault you couldn't keep it in your pants.
I, a young buck I was when I was young and a buck.
With a bod like this, can you blame me?
But alas, you are no longer young and no longer a buck. You are but an old man and a fool.
Now you've got a bean gut.
If not a buck and if a bean gut, then a buck I mean to save by buying beans properly.
I prefer the term dad bod.
By buying beans properly, the buck man says, well, buck no more, man. These beans aren't bought in this place of establishment.
I call it gluten addict.
By high heaven, for every instance upon which I entered this store to purchase the best beans available on these shelves, thou dost argue me down, and thou hast done it again.
Why you gotta make fun of my 7-layer bean dip?
Alas, I come with thee to this store with the beans and the arguments, and I think, who is this man who has the bad beans.
It's funny.
The bad beans, aye, but once good beans they were. Once when men were young and roamed across the streets and hills and dales and rode their horses with feathers in their caps.
You a real dick.
For that, I need these jokes in the middle. So, how this game's gonna work is they're gonna be doing a scene and having fun and shit. And every now and then I might say something like, Abby, tell me a secret.
These are not my legs.
Now, we know that, she knows that, but the other two, they do not know that. So what I need from you is a location these two might observe the world. Movie studio. Take it away.
All right.
Keep pulling.
Are you gonna say action first?
I'm just the boom mic man. I don't.
I'm just the cameraman.
All right. Somebody usually says action. I'm not gonna start pulling.
You're the director.
Yeah, and I
You
wanted
say
to
action.
I wanted to star in the film too that I also wrote and produced.
Now you see where the problem is coming up, don't you?
No, I do not.
Okay.
Okay, but if you're not gonna say action, but you're gonna be in there, then you're gonna have to assign one of us to say action.
Now, I'm not gonna point any fingers or say any answers to that dilemma. Full stop. New sentence. Could be me.
I've been in this company longer.
Well, now,
Production company.
those are only facts that she can come up with. Now, here's some facts of my own, okay? I've been here longer.
Xander set the craft table on fire. I saw him do it.
There was a cockroach, and I know how you feel about cockroaches.
Xander just understands.
It's me, Xander.
Yeah, well, Xander was the one who burped really loud during that last take and ruined everything.
Xander, you did burp, but
I can't help burping.
it was a good burp too.
Tell me a secret, camera woman.
I did all of those things. I got a problem with fire and my bowels.
Now, I have to decide one of the two of you to say action for me to display all of my artistic craft in this scene.
And I'm telling you, it could be me.
And I'm telling you, if you don't pick me, then I think that Xander might light your car on fire.
Would I, Xander the Understander, do that?
Xander the Understander.
Hey, let me ask you a new question. How hard is it to hold a camera and a boom mic?
I don't know, it's pretty hard. It might make somebody, I don't know, like start a fire or something. Maybe like fart really loud.
Tell me a secret, Xander the Understander.
I will be the new director, damn it! I'm getting the camera woman fired, and I'm gonna be the new director whether he likes it or not. I hate boom mics, and Mike, I would drop my mic, but I gave it away.
Xander, you're such an understander.
Yeah.
And I know it's a lot of responsibility.
A responsibility I'd like to give to the camera woman.
But a responsibility that I think you really should have, that I think you're ready for,
Now,
is this boom mic.
What if he also had the camera? That might be a cool idea.
No.
Oh,
look at this. See, the camera woman's dropping the equipment. Have I ever dropped the boom mic?
I thought you were going to take it, man.
Tell me a secret, the director.
They will both be fired soon. I never intended to have anyone else work on this movie. And had I more arms, I would be holding both the boom mic and the cameraman and be pulling this very long string cheese, which is the subject of my film.
do that one more time.
My camera is broken.
And your boom mic is not.
I know a guy that can fix that.
My boom mic is not held aloft.
Well.
And the string cheese is drying out actively.
Speaking of words that begin with act. Action.
Oh, jeez!
You recall the beginning of this show when you were walking on in. We had you write some messages on some tiny slips of paper. Well, guess what? We're using them now. This game's called Lines for a Pocket, and at any point in this scene, these wonderful improvisers are going to pull out one of those lines that you maybe wrote. So can I get a suggestion for a relationship these two might have? I heard middle school dating, not lovers here.
Hey, Steven.
Hey.
So, like, are we gonna go to bio class together?
Do you have the answers?
I might.
Oh yeah, we're going.
Okay, cool. Okay, well, okay. Are you gonna sit next to me?
You have the answers, right?
Yeah, but like, you want to sit next to me?
I mean, sure.
Okay, so I was reading the textbook and I saw one of these like, did you know facts? And the first one was just kind of weird, and it said, I understand it, but I don't like it. And honestly, I just thought that was kind of true, because biology is really hard.
I really relate to that fun fact, actually. Yeah.
You want to know what's not hard, though? Chemistry.
Yeah, it's easy, just like my mom used to say. She'd tell me, Gregory, possessed rubber duck. That's how she felt when she took a chemistry class.
Yeah, rubber ducks. That's cool.
I didn't quite understand the analogy perfectly, but I figured it had something to do with really knowing chemistry.
Chemistry, yeah. I said that's not the kind of chemistry I'm talking about.
Oh.
Because I was talking with my dad the other night, and he brought up this really cool fact about, like, liking somebody. And he said, I'm the pickle man, come drink my pickle juice.
Chemistry.
Yeah, just a little bit about chemistry.
You know, I've been hanging out with the high schoolers, and they always give me good advice.
You're
like,
so cool.
Yeah. What better way to win than by default? High schoolers, man.
So am I like a second choice to you? Am I your default option?
That's the high schoolers, man.
You're right.
We're middle school.
It's just high school.
Yeah.
But it's fine. Because, you know, chemistry can be a little tough, but as long as you're sitting next to me. Oh, I have the answer, by the way. Just hold on. It says, I love Uncle Cracker.
I thought we had a thing going.
I just really love Uncle Cracker, and that's a condition you're going to have to accept if we're going to be together.
Yeah, I can get behind that guy.
Yeah, he doesn't like Uncle Cracker, right? And so it's kind of
You know, I haven't met Uncle Cracker, but some of the football players, they talk about him sometimes, and they say, nothing's so sad as a koala in the rain. And I think of Uncle Cracker every time.
This next game, it's called Infomercial. We're going to have two teams. They're going to be trying to sell you something. Pete and Zach are going to try and sell you something. What is it?
Toothpaste.
It's toothpaste. And These two are going to try and sell you something. What is it? What was that? All right, Slinkies. Toothpaste and Slinkies. Start us off, Slinkies.
Oh! And it probably does more than that.
Watch this.
Whoa! It has 2 full uses. Now, some might ask, why would he want a spring made out of metal? And I can't answer that, but I can answer what it costs. $5.99.99.
And with 2 easy payments of $2.99.99.
And then another 3 payments of $69.99. Now, some might ask, can you do more with this Slinky? And we're here to test it.
All right. So,
I'm gonna stretch it out real far.
is it gonna hit me in the eye?
We're gonna see. It hit her in the eye!
It hit you in the eye, bro.
Oh, I squeezed out the toothpaste too fast and it hit me in the eye.
I know. The only way to get rid of that is, more, of course.
More? Oh, it burns, but like in a good way.
Yeah, that means it's working. That's Colgate.
Wow, I didn't know how you kept those pearly whites, but now I see it's a combination of eye juice and
Lots of both.
Do you want to be like this guy? Look at him. His teeth are so white you can see yourself in the reflection. Check it out. It's toothpaste with eye juice. And you can have it at your house. Ding! For free. We're not charging.
You next. Isn't this nice?
Did you get the eye juice?
Did you get the eye juice?
I got all the eye juice I could pick up, but I just have my hands. Okay, we're gonna try to put it back in. Yeah, there we go. Okay, sorry for that little break. Now we're gonna try a different experiment. Ooh. Oh my God! Oh, my neck! Oh, it's in my neck!
Oh, I shouldn't have ate that toothpaste. It's in my neck.
My man, that's not going to get anything cleaner.
I was a smoker. I thought I'd clean it out.
No! If you wanted that to happen, it'd have to go to the lungs.
So I should breathe it in?
But yeah, you're going to want to go this way, though.
Here, let me put it on my vape real quick.
Let it all out. Let it all out.
Sparkly fresh. Do you want clean lungs?
This might be a bad time to tell you, but my dentist just called. I have gingivitis as hell. Turns out eye fluid, not good for teeth.
Well, this might be a bad time to tell you, but I have 34 cavities. I only have 32 teeth. The dentist has no idea what's going on.
Okay, I got 34 Slinkies in me now, folks, and I'm still going.
All right, I'm gonna hit you.
Another one.
Oh, another one? Okay.
You can do it.
What's going on?
I am the Slinkies now.
And scene! All right, finally, to cap it all off, we are doing a long form for you guys. I'm going to need, from this third of the audience, a word.
Elias.
What was that?
Elias.
Alias? Okay. I heard pineapple. From the middle section, let me get a word. It's zoo. And from this final third section, last but not least, can I get a word? We already have zoo. Give me something else.
Brick.
Brick. So, does anyone have a story that has to do with... Oh,
I do. So pineapple is my new favorite fruit. I go through weird phases. The thing is, I've never was allowed to have pineapple as a child because my mom is actually allergic to it. Not like she'll die, but like her throat gets itchy. But I've noticed recently that every time I eat pineapple, my lips bleed, like uncontrollably. I should stop, but I don't because I really, really like pineapple. This only became a problem recently because I was eating the pineapple and I took a bite and I pulled it back and I was like, that's not a color that fruit should be unless it's a strawberry. And I went, hey, roommate, am I bleeding? She was like, yes, you are. Get help.
So I had a story that reminded me, a zoo reminded me. One time I visited a kind of one of those drive-through safaris. It's right up here in Eureka Springs. Gentry. Wow. Anyway, so not the crucial part of this story, but so we drove through the drive-through part. It's great. You should go see it. But we were walking through the primate area, I guess, and there was a chimpanzee, and they are very intelligent, if you didn't know. But so we were walking along, and there's a chimpanzee, and we stopped and looked at each one. I saw it, and then I was like, ooh-ha. And as I walked away, it goes, ooh-ha. And I was like, excuse me? And so then I stopped there, and I'm like, ooh-ha. And it does the same thing right back to me. And I'm like, okay, this is crazy. And so now it starts to like shuffle from side to side. So naturally, I start to follow. And the two people I'm here with are long gone. They didn't even notice that I stopped. So eventually, I start to, just mimic this thing. And it does these crazy, like it does this. And it's like, whoa! And I do the same thing back to it. And we're really vibing. And I am mimicking this thing. And I can't tell if it hates me or if it loves me because it is like going bananas. And it's like, it's losing it's like, wah! And I'm like, yeah! Anyway, so then it starts to like bang on the cage, and I'm like, okay, I gotta get out of here. This thing definitely hates me. And like as I'm walking away, the zookeeper is like, no, that means it loves you. And I was so touched by that, and I really hope he's doing well. Boop, 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 boop. Beep, beep. Zing, zing.
Zing, zing.
Zing, zing.
Damn it!
Damn it!
What?
You're not getting it.
You're not getting it.
I'm not getting it?
No, you're not.
No, you're not.
I think I got it.
I don't think you do.
I
I
don't
think
think
I
you do.
did.
No! No!
Yes?
No!
Yes. Maybe?
Once more.
Ding, ding.
Ding, ding.
Doop-de-da-bee. Guys, I don't get it. Doop-doop-de-da-bee? Doop-de-da-bee. All right, you guys get out of here. I like this.
Mother,
Yes?
Mother, I have eaten the guava fruit again.
Okay. We have one rule in this house. What's the rule, Timmy? The favorite child? Never to eat the guava fruit.
I'm here from Amazon. Got your shipment of guava fruit.
Haha, Mother, I stole your card.
Why? My card is gone. Now wait.
Yes?
Now wait. If you eat that guava fruit, you're out on the streets, young man.
Mother, you wouldn't throw me out on the streets.
She did it to Bernard.
Oh, Bernard.
He's right over there on the street.
I still hear his cries sometimes.
And I won't listen to him because he's not my own.
His only crime was the eating of the guava fruit, Mother.
I just love the guava.
Its love is eternal.
Not in this household, it's not.
Then I shall take my guava fruit and I shall set out with it and your card and make my life in the streets.
One of those things has to come back to me, Geraldo.
Mother, you raised me to hate authority.
Timmy, stick him!
Timmy, stay back, or I'll force you to eat guavas and you'll be out with me.
I am so good at taking instructions.
see it from their perspective, but it's a little like he's just not moving, and I'm pretty sure that's a real person.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm Dave.
Hey, Dave.
You're in the cage with the animal.
Oh yeah, this is Sylvia.
Oh. You know, I hear chimpanzees are pretty smart.
Oh yeah.
Are they supposed to eat clumps of your hair?
Yeah, do they? Yeah, that's a lot of hair.
I don't feel pain anymore.
You don't, Dave? How long have you been in that cage?
Oh, enough.
Dave, you said Sylvia was nice, right?
Because she doesn't seem nice.
Nice to me. You see, Sylvia and I have a deal.
Oh.
I keep her company in the cage, and she brings me more companions.
Companions?
Sylvia can't get out of the cage, right?
What is that?
Oh yeah, she'd have to have a blowtorch for that.
Oh, God. So he's like, okay.
Okay, all right.
She seems really nice.
You know what? Now I know why this zoo costs only $2 to get in.
Mhm.
She just, oh, God.
That's some...
Yeah, it's a kidnapping ring.
Okay. Oh, no, I'm coming in. Oh!
No, Jerry.
Margaret, I think I am now in the cage with Sylvia and Dave.
I honestly, no.
Hey, everybody, welcome to Monkeys in a Barrel. Where are the monkeys? Any of the monkeys?
We're in a barrel.
I hate this. Can I get a drag?
Hey, this is a better gig than we had last time.
Pass it up on here. Hey.
Hey.
I never get a turn.
Monkeys in a barrel.
How about you, cameraman? Want a drag?
Hey.
I'll give you a light.
Wait, is that ganja?
I don't want to be at the bottom of the
No,
barrel.
that's
Fresh Cuban cigars.
Hey, give me a hand of that.
We may live in a barrel, but we like the good life.
Wait. Let's hear what Mr. Snaps has to say.
Hey, it's me, Mr. Snaps, your manager. You got a show to play in 5.
Come on, we gotta go.
I like this guy.
Cut it out. Cut it out.
Oh, so I got a new friend. And we say all the same things one after each other.
I'm going over here. I'm going over here. Damn it!
We're right here together. See that? Chemistry.
See that? We're never together. We're never together.
You guys just don't get it.
You guys just don't get it.
Apparently not.
Apparently not.
You know who does get it? Dude!
It was cool at first, beat bop, boot. It's getting
You can't do this to me.
Huh?
Who would have thought that I would have ended up on the streets?
Guava, mother?
I suppose I must.
May we have some of the guava?
Oh, for my siblings, anything. Mostly you. Quisling.
But Bernard was the worst of all of us. And you give Bernard guava first?
I thought I was your favorite. Bernard kind of sucks.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Bernard, sweetie, but you do.
Mother, you no longer own the plot of land on which we sit.
The government owns it. It's a street.
Indeed.
Extra! Guava Tycoon takes control of downtown Boxford.
My legacy.
You led us down the right path, Bernard.
Anything for you, brother.
Mother, isn't it sad being so pathetic?
Mother. Just okay.
I have a plan. They think guava is the way to the top on this street. But I believe on the street over, the way to the top might be passion fruit.
I can't hear a word they're saying.
I don't care.
All we must do is go to the street, one adjacent, Like the next. There's a street connecting.
And you knew this the whole time? Let's go!
Wait. We mustn't let them know, or they will follow us.
They got their guava there?
You're really missing out on this walk.
Yes. We're just going to, go on a short walk to find our own guava.
I still have your card.
He does.
Yeah, so I mean, there's an Xbox. Yeah, that's usually my beanbag, but sure.
I can take the shot. Hey, no. That means he likes him. No, that means he likes him.
Yeah, this is Kimberly, my wife.
Hi, I'm Kimberly the zookeeper. We're also married.
Listen,
no!
This.
Okay, see, you shouldn't give it.
How does he do that?
See, he's from like the CIA. We don't talk about it.
Sylvia's a very advanced monkey.
Sylvia's incredible.
Sylvia's majestic but terrifying
But
at the
also
same time.
eating my hair right now,
No,
it
I mean,
hurts
she
a little.
loves you.
Yeah, well, we hired Sylvia. You know, Kimberly and I can't conceive, so,
Dave, shut up.
Well, I thought they should know that there are new adopted children.
We adopt, don't shop.
Oh, okay.
I'll say it. Y'all are terrible parents, because Sylvia is just eating.
What did you just call me?
Don't talk that way to your mother.
Terrific parent.
Thank you.
I'm gonna go in the corner with this beanbag.
I just don't understand.
Sylvia, go in the corner with your brother.
You go, Sylvia.
Yeah.
Hey, Sylvia.
See?
Not the facial hair, too.
See, that means he loves him. That's an odd way to show love.
Sylvia,
Love hurts sometimes.
has anyone ever eaten your hair?
That's love.
All right, they said nothing rhymed with orange. What about door hands? What else you got? I'm a rhyming master.
I was wondering if something rhymes with that one Mary Poppins word, the supercalifragilistic.
Porridge!
Oh, don't take my job for me. Yeah, you're right.
Oh.
I think that does rhyme, though.
What else you got?
It's me, Mr. Purple. I suggest the word purple.
Well, you ever heard of purple nurple? Move along.
Oh, man.
Come on. Give me a hard one.
Floor syringe.
Oh, I gotta think about that one. What about door hinge? Get down!
We're the rapper Pitbull, and we need something to rhyme with Kodak.
That's not gonna save your career. Just leave.
But Mr. Worldwide.
I got one you can't rhyme. How about silver?
Woo! The Korean word dilver. Next.
Chuck.
Tables have turned.
Tables have turned.
Look at those sad fools.
Look at those sad fools.
Piss off! Piss off!
Oh, beep boop bop.
Oh, beep boop bop.
Like,
Don't beep boop bop at me.
Don't be beep-bopping me.
I'll stand up to you.
I'll stand up to you.
You got nothing to say?
You got nothing to say?
I'll keep talking
I'll
then.
keep talking then.
This right here?
This right here.
This is special.
This is special.
You don't have this.
You don't have this.
Oh!
yeah.
I didn't ask for physical
I
violence.
didn't ask for physical violence.
Ooh.
Oh.
Double ow.
Double ow.
Double ow. Double ow.
Timmy.
Timmy?
Let's tap out.
Timmy, tap out here. Whoa, what? I'm confused. What? I'm confused.
Guys,
What?
we're a quartet.
We're a quartet.
We're a quartet.
We're a quartet.
What you doing, bro?
Bernard? I see you've come crawling back now that we have every fruit on the block.
You don't have guava.
Except guava, yes.
You keep forgetting rule number 1, Bernard.
What is it, Mother?
Oh, that's rich. You know it's no guava in this house. Now, Bernard, one more time. I didn't even get to say what it was, but it was back to the streets with ye.
We're on the street. The other one, the one that doesn't have all the
Not our street.
Yeah, the bad street. The country street.
Not anymore.
Because I'm the mayor now. I own the government.
The mayor of Fruit Street. But you don't have guava. But now, as mayor, you can declare that guava is not a fruit.
I'm going to go draft something real fast.
That was slow. Kids, come on, we're gonna be late for church.
Oh, Sylvia, you're in your Sunday best. Oh, no.
I've eaten almost all the hair off of Sylvia. I've acquired quite a taste for it.
Oh, yeah, that's usually what happens. One kid becomes the new Sylvia after eating the old.
Thank you all for coming out tonight. We have been LaughTrackField. Follow our social media. That's Snapchat, Instagram, and I believe Facebook at LaughTrackField.
Do it.
Was there anything else to announce?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Thank you all for coming out. These were our new people and our old people. Without further ado.